What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet, and it's time again to make yet another video about GameStop. If you're not from the United States, you may not know what GameStop is, and it's basically the largest dedicated gaming shop in the United States. They tend to focus mostly on video games and video game accessories, but recently they've been getting into cell phones and tablets and other used things. And they use a used game model. They sell new games, of course, and new paraphernalia as well, but they also purchase things at a very, very low price and sell it as close to the original price as possible. But GameStop is back in the news again for a bad reason, because a video on Reddit that went viral shows what you can find in a dumpster behind GameStop. Now, just to be clear, a lot of people will dumpster dive behind a GameStop because they're looking for gaming stuff. They're hoping that they're going to find usable discs, usable controllers, usable things along that lines. And in some cases, they're just looking for posters or stands that advertise some of their favorite video games. Now, what this guy found in that dumpster was fairly surprising to a lot of people on Reddit and elsewhere. He found game discs that had been cut or scratched so they would no longer be usable, and they were completely without the cases as well. He found game controllers that had been smashed or trashed. He found like a Skylanders portal that had the cord cut, several other things with the cords cut. Basically, everything that was in that dumpster was not salvageable and had gone to waste. Now, there's several different reasons that things are going to get thrown away at a GameStop. Obviously, they buy used stuff, and sometimes the stuff that they buy may not work after they've purchased it, and they might not get a chance to test it, and that's probably okay because they buy at such a low price anyway. Game discs may have a scratch on them, or they may turn out to not be able to sell that product for any reason, and instead of returning it to the manufacturer, they decide trashing it is a better option. Now, people were outraged. The guy making the video, Reddit, YouTube commenters, and that's somewhat understandable, but several GameStop employees did weigh in and say that the reason they destroy things is twofold. Number one, sometimes they just have no value to them, and it's better to just go ahead and destroy it. If it's something that is in a state of disrepair, often they will write the manufacturer, and instead of the manufacturer saying mail in the old one, they'll say throw it away, but they want to make sure it's destroyed before it's thrown away. But most importantly, and I think it's kind of obvious here, the reason they destroy most of the stuff that goes into the trash is to prevent dumpster diving. Now, not every GameStop does this. I heard from several GameStop people who said that not every GameStop destroys that stuff. But I think a grander point is to be made here. They certainly are throwing away a lot of stuff. They're throwing away usable game discs. They're throwing away controllers that could probably be repaired. They're throwing away all kinds of stuff that probably should not end up in a landfill if at all possible. And there are certainly hospitals, there are certainly charities that would take some of this stuff, keep it from hitting the landfill, and actually go to use to help benefit people who could actually use a bit of distraction from their illness or their lives. So I'm not upset that things are getting destroyed before they go in the trash. Obviously, I don't want anybody dumpster diving either, because it's a very dangerous game to play. You could end up getting hurt or worse, and it's just not a good decision. But my question is, why is so much stuff ending up in the trash, GameStop? Is there no other use for it? Why is it just going into the dumpster and to at least some e-recycling when it comes to controllers or Skylander portals or things along that lines? And do you guys have a charity that you work with? If not, why not? Because you are one of the largest gaming retailers in the world, and the truth of the matter is you should be doing something good with that. And that's just my opinion. So I really hope that you guys can tell me if you have a plan, if you have something like that, and if not, why you don't want to start one. And if it's cost, well, come on, we know you're making a lot of profit on those used games. I think you can afford it. All right? All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you listening. And as always, I'll speak with you soon. Love you guys.